Alex Genova. I play banjo in Sorting the Mail.
I first met Alex when he was 16 years old and he was taking banjo lessons from our banjo player in the Oak Street Ramblers, Mark Schlut. And Mark brought him in to sit in with us when we were playing at Wonders Pub.
Alex is a pretty gifted guy musically. When I start a student out, we start out just learning very basic Scruggs style rolls, forward reverse rolls, things like this. And you need to play them slow and steady and gain that muscle memory and have just an economy of motion about your picking. And Alex really was a good listener. He took that to heart. In just a few weeks, he had very nice, precise finger motions when he was picking. And you could hear that he wasn't trying to progress too fast. He was keeping his rolls nice and steady.
You know, even from a really young age, my grandma actually, you know, had a piano and would sing and play piano. So, you know, and growing up, I lived right next door to her. So from the time I was really little, I would go over there and she would play notes on the piano and have me try to sing them back to her and like match the pitch singing. So she kind of, you know, taught me to sing on pitch.
Alex is going to school for jazz guitar right now. I mean, like, he plays wind instruments and like he plays the mandolin better than I do, and that's my main instrument. You know, like and he can sing like a nice high tenor, you know, and he's got a good voice, and he can carry a great harmony, and he can create a great harmony. I mean, there's no reason why the kid will not be able to make his living playing music, that's for sure.
Alex really excelled. He was just sucking up everything I threw at him. And with Scruggs style banjo picking, it's really about fitting the melody into these rolls. These are 8-note rolls, and you need to fit the melody in, and you only have 3 fingers to do that.
She also gave me my first piano lessons, and then I started playing guitar, and she would sit with me and, you know, help me read through the music and play it and kind of give me pointers. Even though she wasn't a guitar player, she knew music and could read music well enough that she could tell how something was supposed to sound.
About the only instrument I've seen Alex play and not like just be flat out kick-ass at is the fiddle. The fiddle's an instrument that you really, if you're going to be like super awesome at, you have to start when you're a child. You know, and as far as Alex taking it up a little later, he's incredibly good. Like, I think that with another few years of practice, he could be as good as any fiddle player is.
Alex really took a liking to the melodic style of banjo playing. So the melodic style really is a springboard for playing other styles of music as well, like jazz. So Alex, he took a great liking to the melodic style and started coming to me, asking me for advice on how to play some different Bela Fleck tunes, or he would show them off to me. And Bela Fleck, of course, is really taking the banjo places where nobody expected in terms of jazz.
I started playing banjo probably like my sophomore year in high school. I'd, you know, grown up playing guitar, but I kind of started doing some stuff on the fiddle, and that led to me listening to bluegrass and you know, heard the banjo and figured it sounded like I could play that probably better than I was playing on the fiddle, so I got a cheapie and just started going from there and kind of never stopped.
As far as other instruments, like, he's a kick-ass guitar player. Like I said, he's a better mandolin player than I am. I've seen him play the stand-up bass. He's played the stand-up bass with the Oak Street Ramblers. He's played the guitar with the Oak Street Ramblers. Piano, and then ukulele, of course. And I know he plays horn instruments too, wind instruments. I think he said he hates the trombone.
I had taught him for about a year. He then went off to the Berklee School of Music, where he was able to play with a lot of heavyweights there. People like Daryl Anger on fiddle, a number of greats in the bluegrass world. He had exposure to them, and so he was really able to take their knowledge as well and kind of synthesize that and move forward.
over the summer I'll be joining a bluegrass band from Seattle called the Blackberry Bushes and doing a summer tour with them, so I'm pretty excited about that.
He works incredibly hard. Like whenever there's a spare instrument laying around, he plays it. And you know, he's really, I think especially since getting asked to go on this tour, has really, you know, focused and, you know, made sure, because this is what he wants to do with his life. He's making sure that he's doing it right. So I couldn't be prouder of him.
I mean, he obviously was a very accomplished musician before he took up the banjo. And the banjo is just a demanding instrument because you need to have that economy of motion, those very precise motions at slow speeds so you can play that way at fast speeds as well.
Doing a lot of West Coast and you know, western part of the country dates. They're from Seattle, so we're doing some shows in Washington and then Oregon. Colorado we'll be playing a lot, Montana, Arizona. We'll be coming to the Midwest and doing, you know, I think some shows in Minneapolis and Chicago, and we're coming to Madison too to play at least one show here.
Playing in the band with Alex has been fantastic, and I really hope that he doesn't come back. I hope that he goes on the road and somebody sees him and he's, you know, able to make his career right then and there. But
there's a benefit that we played at the Barrymore Theater this past February, and at that benefit, Alex was playing in a band there as well. And so we got a chance to pick in the green room downstairs, you know, go back and forth and trade licks. And I told him at the end of the day, I'm like, Alex, you're way more of a good banjo player than I am at this point, you know, and keep up the good work. So
I just love the sound of the banjo better than anything else I'd ever played or heard. So it is emotional. It helps me communicate and express myself, and it helps me deal with anything negative that I'm ever facing. As long as I have music, I feel like I'll be okay.